And it's Kraetzer for CaMMVetsMedia. We're at Army football practice. Black Knights getting set to play Saturday against Tulsa. Have a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator of Army football, and that is Nate Woody. And Coach, good to see you. It's a little cool out there. How's the practice been this week?
Good, energetic. I think the guys came back. We started off on Sunday with guys felt rested. They looked it. They came out there with a lot of energy, enthusiasm, and things look good and continued so through the rest of the week.
Very good. Well, with Tulsa, we heard a little bit from their head coach Trey Lamb, 36 years old, comes out of East Tennessee State, and also head coach at Gardner-Webb. But a family connection that one of his family played for you, and I think he said his cousin did.
Yep.
And
Taylor Lamb was a quarterback for us at when I was at Appalachian State. Just did a tremendous job of running the team, and then later became a coach. I think with Trey over at Gardner-Webb.
Oh, okay. And Trey Lamb was the backup quarterback in high school for Cody Worley.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Cody was telling us about that last night, and so energetic young coach. What does he bring to Tulsa? Certainly a different team than the one you played last year out in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think that offensively, I think that they can score points, they can get yards, they can move the sticks. They have they went out and got some really good ball players. Through the portal. I think the tight end is a transfer from Indiana, and he's an outstanding prospect. I think he's a guy that does really well in the red zone and first and second down catches a lot of balls. He's long and athletic, and he'll move from tight end to actually a wildcat position at times. At quarterback and they'll move him around, but he's a really good football player. They got receivers, they got running backs, they got a center that I really like a lot. They've got a good offense, and I think that it's an offense that's unpredictable. They'll change up their game plan from week to week, so that maybe what you're practicing this week is not necessarily what you're always going to see in the game, and you're going to have to adjust to it. And it's got some plays that make you work hard to defend. So good offense. I had a lot of respect for the last coach that was there. I think Kevin Wilson was a great offensive mind and really good coordinator over the years, and was a good head coach. I thought at times in his career, but Trey's time, and he's done a good job every school that he's been at.
Is there a way you have to approach working with the portal? I mean, you don't have to do it at West Point. You can't do it. You can't take in transfers. But from what you see, some coaches seem to be able to handle it, bring in players and make them productive quickly. Others, it doesn't seem to work out. But what have you seen something that really makes a difference in bringing in players through the portal?
Well, the big thing is just doing your homework on who you're bringing in to the system, and guys that recruit well, from high school, or guys that a lot of times will do the same. They'll do their homework and make sure that they see the skill sets that they need, and they'll find out about the character and the toughness and all the other things that matter as well. Before you go out and get the transfers that you're looking for. So they've done a nice job of picking up some guys that do well in their offense. They complement one another, and doing a good job so far.
Well, it's going to be Senior Day on Saturday. Last game at Michie Stadium for this group of seniors, and your defense starts with and we talked with Coach Munkin about them yesterday, and Thomas, Caleb Fortner in the middle. Talked a little bit with Eric Ford today, an outside linebacker. You've had some talented players that stayed with the program, and are producing as seniors.
Yeah, I love our defense. I love the players that are out here playing for us. Guys on offense as well. I think that we got some guys that have great work ethic, high football IQ, and those guys have worked hard. And I think we're playing our best ball right now. Defensively, we've improved over the year. And to be honest with you, when I go out to practice and I go over there with the defensive line sometimes when special teams is going on, and I just watch and look how much they've improved over the course of the season. It's really energizing to me, and it gets me where you when you're playing your best at the end of the season, really good things happen, and guys are and they don't quit on you. They're going out and they're hungry and they want more. And when you're playing your best at the end of the year, that's good when you have those rival games that come up late as well.
Was there anything in the Temple game that stood out? Obviously, there were very few possessions. You were able to force punts and help the offense get the ball back and run some long drives. Anything you took away from the tape of the Temple game?
Well, I'll tell you what. If you had told me before the ball game, that they would only score 13 points, I would have been a little bit skeptical, because I thought their offense was very good at what they did. They were a little bit more of a ball control with some of the shorter passing game, and they could run the football, and the quarterback was doing a really good job of protecting it and had a high completion percentage. Just a really good offensive unit. And they were different than the year before. The year before we had 7 sacks against them, and didn't come anywhere close to that this time around. But we were able to keep points down low. I think in the fourth quarter, I remember after the 3 and out, I remember coming over to the bench and talking to the defense. Listen, guys, we got to get 2 more stops. 2 more stops, and maybe a third one, but definitely 2 more stops. But there wasn't any more opportunities in that fourth quarter. So tip of the cap to our offense. Coach Worley did an outstanding job of calling plays, and the offense did a really good job of executing. So we got the 3 and out early in the fourth quarter, and then we felt like if our number was called again and we had to go back out there, we were ready, but just didn't have to. So that's a pretty good deal. Any
players that have really stood out for you, on defense this year? People who...
the one thing that I look at, maybe different than fans, is I just look how guys work together. How does the unit work? And maybe that's because as a coordinator, that's what I need is I need complementary skill sets that guys can do things well with one another. And I knew going into the season that we were going to be very, very strong up the middle with our 2 linebackers and our 2 safeties. It's not to say that we don't have other good football players. We do, but whenever you can stack up the middle of your defense with some experience or guys that are playing well, then you should do well defensively. Cody Harris-Miller started off the season for us, but went down with an injury, early, the first ball game, and we were able to get him back for the Air Force game. That was really good. But Jacob Teote, stepped in and did a really nice job for us. He's another guy that'll graduate after this season. But he, in turn has gotten injured and hadn't been out there for us. So D-line has worked its way through a season where we've had way more injuries than what we had a year ago. And again, just looking at how they're practicing and how they're playing right now, I think it's as good or better than at any point in the season.
Key message to the defense as you get set for Saturday's game?
I just think that the momentum that we've created in practice is something that we want to capitalize on, and the energy that you feel in practice is one that it's just different. You know, it's amazing. It's really, really good. It's really, really positive. And as we go through, you know, these last games of the season, we just want to be playing our best ball. And I think the kids have bought into it with the right kind of attitude, and you know, that's fun to be around.
Okay, Army Coach Nate Woody. We will see you on Saturday. Look forward. Thank you for a few minutes tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. You're all set.